So hi guys, welcome to today's video, and today is another unboxing video, and it's of Sassy Bloom. You may hear little madam is just down here feeding. She's got a bit of a tantrum on because she won't have a nap. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, we're having difficulty getting her to nap in the day. Sleeping at night, it's not a problem. Just in the day, she gets tired and then she bites it and won't sleep. So, and because, you know, of these problems, you know, and it's really when we're in the house. Today's a miserable day, so I'm obviously not going to take her walking anywhere. You know, that's why I'm still in my jimmy jammies with no makeup on, and my hair's an absolute catastrophe. But yeah, I wanted to do this unboxing today about Sassy Bloom, and also I want to talk about the absolute poor customer service I've actually received from them, to the point I am seriously considering cancelling them. The only thing that Sassy Bloom have in their favour at the minute is I know you get exceptional value from the box for what you pay. And I do like the fact that little Missy has a treat every month coming to the door. Even though if we cancelled it, you know, she'd still get plenty of treats from me and her daddy and, you know, and the rest of the family and friends. But yeah, so basically what happened was, they took my payment on the 7th of February. Normally within 2 weeks I have my box of payment being taken, but nothing really happened. So I emailed them and got, you know, a fair answer back of, well, we normally make sure that you get the box before the 30th and it's not yet the 30th, so we advise you to wait. So I was happy with that. So I was like, oh, okay. Then the end of the month came, no box. So I emailed them and said, you know, it's the 1st of March tomorrow and I don't have a box. Why? Oh, we're so sorry. We've dispatched it for you. And then the following day I had an email for confirmation of dispatchment, but every time I went on the tracking through Royal Mail, it kept saying, we've received pre-notification of shipment of your items from the company, please come back later. And it's been like that all week. So I emailed them after 4 or 5 days and said, still not got my box, this isn't good enough, I normally get it the day after you've shipped it, you know, where is it? You know, I paid £30 for a box, it's a lot of money, you know, and I haven't had the box, and it's a month late, and you've pulled payment for my next box. I had a lady called Jade reply to most of my emails, and she said, oh, we guess it says on the system that it shipped the 1st, but from your email we're guessing you haven't had a box. And you're like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, that's why I'm emailing you, saying I haven't had it. Okay, I'll speak to my manager and we'll see if we can get one resent. Then they emailed me back and said the reason why your box was delayed is because it's been sitting in our warehouse waiting for an out of stock item, but that item's now in stock, so we'll be shipping it out. So no explanation of was it dispatched on the 1st or not, you know, which was what I'm trying to get to the bottom of, because then she's contradicted herself and said, firstly, oh, is it you've not got it then? Oh, I'll speak to my manager and get it resent, to the point then I've got you know, it's been sitting in the warehouse waiting for a restock item. Can you see Kiki there? Just glaring. Yeah. Just like a little parrot on my shoulder. So then she said to me, you'll get it tomorrow, which was yesterday. No box. And my post normally comes between the hours of 1 and 2. I mean, it's now 1:45 and I've had the box for about 10-15 minutes, so that's how predictable my post is. So I emailed them back last night and said, I haven't got my box. This is absolutely disgusting service. You've basically taken my money for my next box. You've had £60 off me now and I have no boxes. It's a disgrace. I think I might cancel. And then I got, a few hours later, no reply from them, but I had an email saying, like a generic one saying, your Sassy Bloom's been dispatched, here's your tracking number, with a different tracking. And that one followed, and then Lord and behold, this morning I've got it. But Jade replied back to my email this morning before I've got the box saying, well, we've checked your tracking, and your tracking says it's at Bilston and it will be delivered today. And you're thinking, don't insult me, that's different tracking that you've given me, you've sent that box out again. So, you know, I've emailed them back saying, well, why did I have an email on the 1st saying, here's your dispatchment confirmation, I've tried tracking it. Then you say to me, oh, haven't you got it then? Oh, well, we'll resend it. And then you tell me, oh, it's sitting in the warehouse, it's been waiting for an out of stock item. And then you tell me, oh, well, it's arriving today. I think either my first box went missing or didn't get sent out, and then they've sent another one. I think it's really poor customer service. And then she says, well, we'll add 2,000 points to your Sassy Bloom account. And I've said that's not good enough. And it's not. But the box is here. Madam is quite quiet. She's awake, but she's sort of suckling for a bit of comfort. So she'll be able to see what you get, won't you? And then hopefully you can nap. Yes. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Sassy Bloom is £30 a month. And it basically is like a customised box that they give you for your little baby. You tell them the name, you know, their age, and they send you personalised items. I've had, you know, a comforter with her name on, and I also had a towel out of one my friend bought me with her name on that was really nice. And you do get some niche brands out there that, you know, you wouldn't perhaps necessarily see anywhere else, like Chiamonti. They were in a lot of my boxes when I was pregnant, and I really like the brand. So we'll see. So it came in a big, massive box, and then you've got your normal white box, which I'm not going to lift because little lady's just literally sitting here. And then inside the big box on top was this, which I'm going to open. Oh, sorry, did Mummy frighten you with that noise? So Leelou is coming up to 4 months soon. She's about 3.5, nearly. This is a ball by Leelou. I have heard of Leelou. They are quite an expensive brand, but however, you can get them in TK Maxx, discounted sometimes. And I have seen them in Boots, and it's just like a plush ball with a charming. Do you like that? She's looking at it and listening to it thinking, wow. So yeah, it just says activity ball pink basically. What else does it say? She doesn't really have one like this. She's got one that's got all tags hanging off it that's, you know, not as soft as this, but so yeah. It's nice. I wouldn't say it's particularly exciting, but it's nice. I'm sure she'll roll it across the floor, won't you? I'm sure you'll roll it across the floor. So, let's see what she's got. I'm just going to cover my bits up because she is sitting quiet at the minute. So, I'm going to place her up here. So, this is Leelou. Gosh, child, I couldn't pronounce your name. So, you know, if you now get a good view of her, all the other times she's been asleep or crying or yeah. So the next item we've got, this seems to be a towel, but it's not a very thick towel with her name on. So it looks like a, you know, a hooded towel, which yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's soft, but it's quite thin, so I don't, you know, I think the only time I'd use this is in the summer. We're hopefully going on a family holiday around June, July, I think, you know, so that would be okay to take. I mean, it's quite big. You know, I'm not really feeling the contents of this box to be frank. And what I've also noticed is when I looked on the Discover What's in Your Box, I was meant to have Bright Start hoops, and they're not here, they're missing. So this clearly is a resent box, so I'm a bit pissed about it, and we'll be sending quite an email to Sassy Bloom. So Jade, if you are watching this video, I did tell them that I was a YouTuber and would be leaving them a terrible review, and I am. So Jade, if you're watching, I know that this has been, you know, my previous box that you said was sent out on the 1st of March was never sent out because, you know, when you go on it and it says Discover Box, I was meant to have Bright Start hoops. Where are they? They're not here. Instead, you've sent me, you know, what looks like a bit of shit, really, to be quite frankly. And I don't believe that this contents of this box is worth £30, but we will work it out, and we will see. The next item they've given us is, I just take it out the packaging, is a LeMay's toy. Now I do like LeMay's toys, but this isn't a particularly expensive one. It is a little gripper rattle bunny, which I suppose will be ideal for her because she is getting to the point where she needs to start grasping. and that's what that looks like. But again, these aren't particularly expensive ones. They're worth about £8, if that. It's got a rattle sound, bright soft fabric, high contrast pattern, and a teasing leaf. Do you like that? Yeah, she really looks impressed with it, don't you? What's this? Yeah. Next thing we've got, and again, this takes the piss, because in one of my other boxes they sent me a Brother Max thermometer that floats in the water, and it reads a digital temperature, and that's actually broken. I mean, I'm going to change the batteries because it's most likely that, but to think that I've not had it very long and it's run out is a bit rubbish. But they've sent me the Munchkin Safety Bath Duck, which basically you shove in the water and it tells you if it's too hot. Seriously? You know, it's rubbish. And then they've sent me a brag book. This was on the when I looked on the Discover Your box, this was on there, and it's basically just a little photo album that holds 24 photos in. So apparently, so you can carry it around and brag. Yeah. So really, what I've got for £30 is a little Amaze toy, a Munchkin duck thermometer, even though they sent me one in a previous box that was much better than this, a, you know, pretty much crappy little photo album, fair enough, a branded, you know, plush ball, but you can pick these up from TK Maxx, and a really thin hooded towel. So, you know what, Sassy Bloom, I'm really unhappy. You know, it's right from the start of this month, you know, you've taken my money, not sent me my box, then sent me a box and quickly like scrapped it together. You claim on my on my account when it says Discover Box that I've got Bright Starts links. They're not in this box, so you know you've clearly not sent my box and then thought shit, and then you've decided to try and repack it, but you forgot to put items in that was on my account. So you know, in a minute I'm going to be sending you a real horrible email, you know, and I feel like demanding my money back, to be honest. My husband pays for the box, and I don't get it. I mean, all the boxes, last month's box wasn't particularly, you know, fantastic, but I did like it. There was stuff in there that I've had for free in another box. You know, not in another box, like out and about, like Munchkin latch bottles. You can get those free wherever. You know, and this one feels very shit, really. The pricing doesn't feel there, but I'll always do what I normally do. Cost the box up and put it in my description so you can actually see. And I always normally go to Amazon and have a look and see how much they are on Amazon. These are rough guesses because all they are is they're cheap towels, and then they probably just stitch it in themselves, so it doesn't cost that much. And we'll have a look and we'll put it in the description. But I will let you know what, was that triple? What reply I get from Sassy Bloom as an explanation really as to this shit heap that they've sent me and the real big cock up that they've made. And I will be letting my husband know as well, who does pay for the box, and it wouldn't surprise me if he wants to cancel it himself when he sees what state of affairs is in this one. So yeah, really unhappy. So yeah, any comments, please leave in the down bar. You know, I'm not going to recommend this box to anybody anymore, so I'm not going to share my code for you to get money off and for me to get money off, because I feel that would be very hypocritical. But yeah, put your comments down below and we'll see what you say. Bye.